with a group of people in DC, but it's notoriously been very hard because people are private. And, he was in real estate. And the rumor always was in DC, allegedly, that he hated the show and that his business really suffered. Like people did not like the way he was on the show. They didn't want to do real estate deals with him. And that is very DC.
I mean, it's believable, right?
100%. So I wonder if he appreciates now that we all know he's got a huge wang.
Well, he has
Michael.
a huge one, apparently. So does Jansen. Luann is the voice of reason, letting us know that ladies and some gentlemen love it when it's big. Do you know? Because last year, no, famously, we announced a new cast member on
Yeah.
RHOP named Stacey Rusch, and your eyes lit up. You said, "I know Miss Rush." Do you know either of these, Tia Glover and Angel Massey? You know
No,
these ladies?
Rush was such a freaking great cast. She really was. I worked with her, I told you, at Fox 5 DC. She really wasn't a great traffic reporter. No, no shade. It just wasn't her thing. And it brought her to this, so who cares?
Well, my darling.
Talk to me.
The
I don't
rumor
know.
is, they are, we have an alliance this season. The ladies are, I think, aligned, and we got rid of one liar. Hi, Mia Thornton. How's the
Oh,
peaches in Atlanta? But apparently they're going after another one, and her name is Stacey Rush. Apparently, the whole cast is coming for your girl, Miss Rush, this season. Jizzy Jizz, Ashley, Miss Sosefo, the professor. They're all going after her, apparently.
no.
No, Piper, no. Well, anyway,
No.
Tia Glover is a real estate agent in originally from Nigeria, and she lives in the DMV area, and she's a realtor. And Angel Massey is from Baltimore. She used to be involved with BET News, and she's a journalist. I
Yeah.
wonder if she knows Miss Rush, if that's how she got
Mm,
cast.
that's
And her husband is NFL vet Bobby Massey, who I have to tell you, I mean, he ain't so bad to look at,
hot.
lady.
Okay.
And there is a woman named Keisha McLean who apparently is possibly a friend of. And the other rumor is that some of the ladies were, one lady was about to possibly be fired and one was about to possibly be demoted. I think the one who was about to be fired was probably named Mia Thornton. But Miss Huger being sent away to the slammer has apparently saved their jobs. That's the rumor.
Wow. I also saw that Ashley, when she was on Watch What Happens Live, was basically saying with Mia, which I thought was like fairly kind-ish, but basically just said, look, the entire time Mia's heart was in Atlanta. Like she loves Atlanta. She's an Atlanta girl. I mean, again, it was sort of half shady because it's essentially what Giselle said, which was they just faked living. She and Gordo faked basically living in the DC region and in Baltimore to be on the show, had zero interest really there. And now, like, I'm sure she's back with Ink and I think in loving Atlanta. So I don't know these women. My guess is I know they say Tia is a DMV realtor, but my guess is she probably is closer to Baltimore, Columbia, Maryland, which again is great, like much more entertaining people. People in DC mostly work for government contracts and stuff, and they're not gonna, you know, they're just not gonna act crazy because they don't want to lose that good old government money.
And you know what? Whereas LA and New York are, skew more attractive than not. You have the entertainment industry. New York and LA, the percentage of attractive people is higher, I think, than the
Very.
right, way more than the
Oh
national
yeah.
average. DC, I gotta be honest with you, I think it is lower. I mean, the people are very unattractive in my
Always. Well,
research.
that was
And
always our reputation. We were uglier there with no
oh,
fashion sense. Oh, yeah, that was like
yes, you're
open.
uglier with
Oh,
no
yeah, yeah.
fashion sense. I
Oh,
was trying to be
everybody, the
nice.
women of DC. I mean, I think that was like, I don't know how many blogs there were in the early aughts that were all about, the women of DC are always like a six
There you go.
or
It's
six sevens.
it's also the fashion for me. Those like gray tweed suits from like,
Yeah, very persnickety.
if you
Yeah.
want to buy a Miu Miu or a Prada gray suit, by all means, my eyes are open. But when you're wearing that gray suit to Capitol Hill like it's, 2003, eh. it's a pass for me. You know what I
Well,
mean?
there was a lot of women there in DC that could afford the Prada suits, but they would be paired with the Ann Taylor pumps, and it was just like, ugh, ugh, ugh.
Hmm.
There is something about New York and LA. There's more of a flair. I think there's more of an individuality. But anyhow, I'm excited. I love the P. I love the
You
P. I
do.
think the P will be good. I mean, I will say this. It does what I'm hearing. You're probably hearing the same thing. Does seem like we're still going to be bringing up Karen a lot, which I mean makes sense. Although, in Salt Lake, when Jen went to the Slammer, we really only had like one scene. But, supposedly we're going to be mixing in Karen. And a lot of people feel Karen will be out in November, December of this year. And a lot of people feel she'll be back
You
on.
think she'll be back the year that she's on,
I don't
what
know. I
is
mean,
it,
you think
probation or whatever they're calling it?
you seem to think she's aged out. I mean, because isn't the probation like house
No,
arrest?
I'm starting to think she's coming back. I mean, like
I know.
now I changed my tune because we had this lunch scene all about her. We had a lunch birthday party for her. No, I think look, full time versus a friend, maybe she'll be a
Mm.
friend. Also, how is it going to be the year that I mean, she has a whole year left when she gets out. So, is she going to like what is that going to be? Can
Well,
she be
is it
full
house
time?
arrest? Is the year that she's out house arrest, or is it like curfew? You have a curfew, you've got an ankle bracelet, you got a breathalyzer in the vehicle. Do we know what the I think it's actually quite tough because it really was a 2-year sentence. It's
Yeah, it's a 2 year sentence.
when I
But
go
no,
online and I give updates or I talk about her, people are get so mad at me coming for Karen or
really.
get so furious.
I had no idea that she had that many
And I'm like,
fans.
wait a minute, you guys do know she's had 4 DU. The reason that we're talking negatively is she has 4 DUIs. You guys are aware. Like she could have murdered, killed someone.
I
Four
agree with
DUIs as
you.
a grown woman, and she still doesn't admit she's an alcoholic. We don't think that is worthy of criticism. Oh, people get very upset with me.
I
She's
think she'll
saying,
be back, to tell you the truth. What else you want to talk about here today?
um, how about some
What
RHOA?
news?
We're
Okay.
getting ready for the reunion. Do you think actually, wait a minute. One more Potomac thing, then we have RHOA stuff we
Yeah.
have a lot to talk about. But do you think our girl Candy Gal, who's been very generous with us, so is Ashley Darby, come on the show numerous times with you and me separately. A lot of people are making today that Candy Gal not asked back to RHOP, and that was a big rumor. What do you make of that?
I saw that. I saw something that said despite a fan or such demand, she had a fight with a producer and she's not being asked back. To be honest with you, I don't think that Candace Dillard was ever asked back to this season. Like, I don't think she was in the mix and had a fight. I don't think it works with Candace. I think everyone's against her. I love her, but I think
Candy Gal.
they don't really, even though Ashley said recently, yeah, I'd like to see what she's up to. I think,
But
I
they
think,
live fairly close to one another and don't see each other, so
I
they're
think
obviously not real friends.
Candace needs to be away for longer to bring her back. I don't think we're there yet.